Well, this weekend in Abu Dhabi, it's all about golf. More than 70 players representing 23 countries will tee it up at the Abu Dhabi Golf Club in pursuit of 3 coveted places in the 2024 LIV Golf League. Starts tomorrow. There's going to be a 3-day competition, and Neil, there's over 70 rising stars, but there's also some pros there that have been winners on the PGA Tour, DP World Tour, Asian Tour, Japan Golf Tour. But the great thing is, come Sunday, the top 3 finishers will receive highly coveted spots in the LIV Golf League for 2024. It's like Rocky, but for 3 golfers that get a shot on each of the 14 stops in next year's schedule.
I quite like the pathway that's been created. Gives an opportunity for everyone, including the rising stars. See, some of the professionals who've played, they know what it is to play at the highest level. Yeah. But for some of the new and upcoming boys and girls, for that matter, this is an opportunity to try and make it big in that one big shot.
Well, joining us via Zoom from Abu Dhabi is the LIV Golf Asian Tour Commissioner, Cho Minn Thant. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
We're doing very well. We're really excited about this. What's the energy like? Is there a lot of nervous tension between the players leading up to what is, going to be a great 3 days of golf?
Yeah, I think everyone's just in of anticipation. We can't wait for the tournament to get started, and it's a very new, innovative format. So no one's actually played it before. It's going to be fast and furious, and a 36-hole shootout on Sunday for those coveted 3 spots. So everyone's looking forward to it, but don't really know what to expect.
So, what was the thought behind creating a pathway like this for the majors?
So for the Asian Tour, it was quite simple. It's a chance for our golfers and our members to progress onto the LIV Golf Tour. Obviously, there's been a lot reported about LIV Golf and the PGA Tour over the last 2 years, but it's a platform that's really good for us to be part of. They travel all over the world. There's global audiences, and it's just a great pathway, as you say, for guys to come up through the system and really aim for something that's spectacular. So you would have seen the success at a lot of international locations like Adelaide, Singapore, Thailand last year, Mexico. Obviously, there's good venues in Europe and America as well. It's really taking the game global. So for a chance to get onto that LIV Golf League, 3 spots over 3 days, it's spectacular for us.
Yeah, we've been big fans of LIV Golf ever since it started, because we do a lot of cricket commentary and we love what T20's done for cricket, and we can see similarities with LIV Golf, the way it's revolutionising the game. And some of the footage, you mentioned the Australian city of Adelaide, particularly the party hole that many of the golfers liked that, where the music was playing and everything was rocking.
Yes. Do
we have anything similar like that this weekend?
I guess I must have been a scaled down version this weekend in Abu Dhabi. It's a little bit different, but we will have music out there. And, we don't have the world renowned stars like the full blown league does. But as you said before, up and coming guys, it's a chance for audiences to come and see guys before they make it and say, look, hey, I saw those guys qualify in Abu Dhabi and I really want to follow their progress throughout the year.
Well, I think it shares some similarities, Cho, in regards to the English Premier League in football, when there's that one knockout match between the side that goes to the Premier League and the side that goes down to the Championship, that they talk about as the most expensive, most valuable football match.
Yeah.
And I see the similarities here where, starting tomorrow at Abu Dhabi, there's a shot here for 3 finishers to play with the big guys, to be sitting there with Cam Smith for the next 14 events on LIV Golf next year.
Yeah, look, I can only speak for the young guys coming up through the Asian Tour, but they can't wait for it. And they got a little taste of it on the Asian Tour International Series this year, most recently in Hong Kong, Indonesia, and China, where Cameron Smith played, Taylor Gooch played. We've had Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, all those big name players play on certain weeks at selected events throughout the Asian Tour. But to play with them, rub shoulders with them for 14 weeks of the year, it's a completely different level.
I'm sure. But tell me something, Cho. How was the plan of utilizing Abu Dhabi as the venue for this showdown masterpiece?
It just made sense from a location standpoint, just because the players are mostly coming from Asia, but there's some guys coming from Europe, some players from America, and next week is the Asian Tours finale in Saudi Arabia. So it was a good spot for us to be the week before as well. Obviously, the golf club's been really supportive. It's a very well-known golf club, and they're no stranger to international events. So it was very easy to get acquainted with the golf club, and it's in spectacular condition. So it's going to look fabulous on TV, and that Falcon Clubhouse is really iconic.
Well, the Falcon Clubhouse is, but for these three players who do qualify, how are they going to party? Are they going to absolutely celebrate on Sunday?
Probably. I mean, a lot of the guys, it's the biggest tournament they would have played in their lives. And I mean, once you get one of those three cards, it's life-changing. It's absolutely life-changing, and there's no other word for it.
Now, we've spoken about those three people who'll make it, but what about the ones who couldn't? Will they get another opportunity, maybe somewhere around the year, or maybe the next year, or probably do they have to wait for maybe say December 2024?
Yeah, because you've got something for players 4 to 10, don't you, as well? They have an exemption.
Well, a lot of them are already Asian Tour members. So the ones who are members of the Asian Tour, even if they don't make it through, they've got the year's worth of golf on the Asian Tour to fill their schedule. But for other guys coming from America, from Europe, from Asia, who aren't Asian Tour members, the top 10 in the tournament will get a card on the International Series next year.
Okay.
So there are 10 tournaments on the Asian Tour that have a ranking that feeds into this tournament.
And we know you're being generous with your time, but having had a look at the course, so which hole do you think is going to channel the golfers of the A team? Which is the one? If I'm turning up, I should be staying at to watch them come through.
I think the 18th hole is definitely going to be the most important hole. Not only is it the last hole, it's a par 5, so you could eagle it. There's a lot of drama around the 18th hole, and there's a good chance on Saturday and possibly even Sunday there'll be a playoff, and it may or may not run into the night under lights. So that's something completely different as well. They've floodlit the 18th hole just for us.
Well, that's all the more reason to get down there on Sunday at the Abu Dhabi Golf Club to see those golfers that maintain the 3 coveted places in the 2024 LIV Golf League. Cho, we do appreciate your time this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of today and, of course, the next 3 days in Abu Dhabi.
Thank you. Hope to see everyone out in Abu Dhabi.
Thank you very much. So get down there. There's the LIV Golf Asian Tour Commissioner, Cho Minn Thant, talking about this great opportunity for 3 guys to get their ticket to be in all 14 stops of next year's LIV Golf schedule.
This is really a big ticket, and I can tell you one thing, that anyone and everyone who's a part of this already is dreaming of the big dream that you've always had once you started playing the sport, thinking of sport. And if this is that night that's going to make it, then so be it.
TSB talks